going to make a video where I show you kind of how to make your eyes appear larger. Not even for people who have just small eyes, but for anyone who just wants to really open up their eyes. It kind of gives more of a youthful appearance and makes you look more awake and all that. So first of all, I'll touch on when you don't really want to wear too much makeup and you still want to have that wide awake look, so, or the wide-eyed look, or the kind of big-eyed look. So what I would do is first curl your lashes. Big lashes will always make your eyes appear bigger. You'll always see that as well with like fake lashes if you have makeup on, or even if you don't have makeup on, but if you're really not kind of in a makeup mood. Like I've curled these lashes now today, and then I haven't curled the lashes on my right eye, and I think it immediately, this eye just looks way more awake. And another thing to do then to also make your eye a little bit brighter without having to wear makeup would be to groom your eyebrows so that you really accentuate the arch. And then by doing that, it just helps create a little bit more space. Also, you know, if you have a lot of discoloration on your eyes or anything like that, do apply a concealer to your eyelid. I put on, I have a eyeshadow primer on because I have quite red eyelids, which immediately will make the eyes look a bit smaller because dark colours will always shrink or, you know, make things recede, and then brighter colours will always make them look larger and bring them forward. So now, if you want to just go with a tiny bit of makeup without having to do the full eye of makeup, apply a highlight colour and just pop that underneath your brow arch, and this will really help wake up the eye. And if you want, you can, that was MAC's, what did I use? That was MAC's Vapor Eyeshadow, which is a really nice highlight. It's like a really light pink with a tiny bit of sparkle. And I'm going to put a tiny bit of white frost directly underneath the arch because this is quite sheeny. So I don't want to put it all over. And it just gives that beautiful highlight there. And that's enough then for the arch area. And if you want, then you can put something even a little bit brighter and apply that. So maybe go with the white frost, and you can apply that to the inner corner. You can keep it very close to the tear duct if you want. I tend to extend it a little bit since I have a very dark pocket in that area. And then just blend it out. And this trick really helps brighten up the eyes, I think. And if you wanted to, you could leave it just at that. And you know, you have slightly wider looking eyes without having all your makeup done. So I'm just going to do this eye first, and then I'll do this one later on, but I just want to show you the difference between the two eyes when I have the makeup on. Next I'm just going to get rice paper, which is a light kind of golden highlight colour. This highlight is great for people with dark skin because it has that beautiful golden undertone, and it's not quite as you know, light as any of the whiter ones. But I'm going to put that all over the moving part of my lid. So when you have that on, that's just all over the main part of the lid. If you want, again, especially if you have deep set eyes like me, you could pop a little bit of the white frost just on the centre of the eyelid. This will help bring it forward even more. So just like so, it just gives a really nice light bright finish. A bit more there. So next I'm going to get a really light colour. I don't want to go for anything too dark, so I'm going to use this is Kid by MAC. So it's a really light taupey brown. And then I'm going to apply that really lightly into the crease. You don't want to bring it all the way into the centre. You don't want to be closing up the eye at all when you're trying to make it look larger. So just back and forth over the brow bone. So that's enough. I really don't want to go too dark. And then I'm going to pick up a little bit of MAC's Satin Taupe, which is just a shimmery taupe colour. And I'm going to just put it onto the tip of the brush and apply that just to the inner crease area. Just like so, that's enough. You don't want to apply too much. What I am going to do next though is apply a little bit underneath my lower lash line. Now, if I had fair or blonde eyelashes, I would apply it maybe like 1 millimeter or 2 millimeters underneath my eyelashes, because, you know, they're not so obvious as to where they start and start. But because my eyelashes are so dark, it would look a bit daft leaving a gap between my hair and the satin taupe. So I'm just going to run it back and forth, but I'm not going to bring it all the way into the inner section of my eye. I'm concentrating more on the outer half, and then just blend it really, really lightly over, because you really don't want to close up the eye with this. So just on the outer half, really. Okay, so next I'm going to get a light skin coloured or flesh coloured pencil. This is by Makeup Factory. It's like a lip corrector, so it's meant to be like for applying around the outside of your lips, you know, to correct any mistakes you might have made with your lip liner or whatever. So it's kind of like a concealer pen, but it works perfectly on the eye as well. So I'm just going to apply that into the waterline. You could easily use white as well. It's a little bit harder to wear. It's obviously less natural looking. Better for maybe more evening looks where you have more obvious makeup on. Or if you're going for that like 1950s or 1940s style of makeup. So once I've that on, I'm going to go back into my Vapor eyeshadow, which is that beautiful, really, really light kind of pinky highlight colour, and pick it up on a small angled brush. And I'm just going to press that in over where I just applied that flesh coloured eyeliner. This kind of helps it last longer, as well as just brighten it up even that little bit more. Just be careful not to get it in your eye, and especially if you wear contacts, be really careful, because the little bits can get underneath the contact. Always pull the bottom lid down when you're doing this. Might look a bit yucky, but at least then you're just not going to get it in your eye as easy. So now that you have a little bit more makeup on, you can go back into your white frost and you can lighten up that highlight even a little bit more if you want underneath the brow. And I'm going to apply a little bit more just to the inner, directly around where my tear duct is. So next you want to put on a little bit of eyeliner. Nothing too heavy, don't go too thick with the eyeliner because you don't want to enclose the eye at all. I'm going to use this new Maybelline Eye Studio Lasting Drama Eye Gel. This is a really, really good alternative to MAC's Fluid line for anyone who wants something a little bit cheaper. So I'm just going to pick it up on a small little script brush like this. This is a BH Cosmetics one. Just take off my ring. When you get to the end of your eye, don't go all the way down to the end of the eye and flick up. Try and flick up a little bit beforehand. And that way it lifts the eye as well as opens it up a little bit. And don't have the flick be too long, unless it's a particular look you're going for. It's just kind of like that. I'm not going to bring the eyeliner all the way into the inner corner as well. I'm just going to blend it in with my eyelashes there. And fix up the line. Now, so that's okay for the eyeliner. You could even go a little bit thinner with it if you wanted to. So now you really want to get the mascara on nice and thick and really long if possible. I'm going to go with MAC's Opulash. It's just one of the ones that I have here with me. And really make sure you focus on the lengths of your hairs. Go down and coat your bottom lashes, but don't go too close to the root of the lashes. Really focus on the tips of them to make them look longer, and so that you're not closing up your eye by making them really dark right by the tips. Like I said, if you had fairer eyelashes than I did, the brown underneath the eye, you could have brought that down like a millimetre or so, or a couple of millimetres lower, which would have made the eye appear to be larger. So I'll just zoom out now and show you the difference between the two eyes when they're done. So you can see here that this eye just looks way more awake and bright and dull-like, and you know, just bigger generally. And it kind of gives a more youthful, fresh look, like I was saying before. And this is the eye without the mascara or any kind of eye makeup on. So it definitely makes your eyes look a lot bigger when you use all these little pieces together. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and finish off the other eye and do the rest of my makeup, and I'll show you what I used when I come back. So for the rest of the face, obviously I finished off the other eye, so you can see the eyes look, well, I actually think I look kind of psychotic. I think I look like a psychotic 12-year-old when I do my eyes like this. But they definitely look really like way more large than they did. And they kind of remind me of, you know, that like Japanese anime kind of look. So it does give you a kind of a surprised expression. It's very similar as well to like Twiggy or Penelope Tree. You know, those really wide-eyed models of like the 60s and 70s. And then I kept the rest of the face fresh as well, just to go along with the eyes. For my face, I have Bourjois Foundation Healthy Mix, which is quite long wearing. It's not the heaviest coverage ever, but it's really nice for summertime. I have MAC's Something Special, one of the new cream blend blushes on my cheeks. And I didn't bother contouring anything like that today. Then I have Subculture on the lips with MAC's Cherish lipstick over it, and then I popped a little bit of Plush Glass in, if I pick up, but it's this one here, Plus Luxe. And that's my kind of big-eyed, wide-eyed makeup tutorial. So I'll definitely put a picture of the eyes up on my LetzMakeup.com, and I'll put up all the products that I used as well along with that. And yeah, so that's it. I hope this was helpful. Obviously you can just use certain elements from this. You don't have to do everything. You could like just put the lighter colour in the waterline, or you know, just do the tips of your mascara on the lower lashes rather than, you know, right up to the roots. Just take what you think will be more beneficial for you. But yeah, in the meantime, thanks a million for watching, guys, and I will talk to you all really soon for another video. Slán.